Moses Malone was born in Petersburg, Virginia. He was an only child, raised primarily by his mother, Mary, who had dropped out of school after finishing the 5th grade. When Malone was 2 years old, Mary forced her husband to move out of their home due to his alcohol use. Malone's father then moved to Texas. Malone attended Petersburg High School, where he played basketball for the school's Crimson Wave. The team went undefeated in his final 2 years, winning 50 games and back-to-back Virginia state championships. Malone signed a letter of intent to play college basketball for the University of Maryland under head coach Lefty Driesell. Moses Eugene Malone Sr., born on March 23, 1955 and died on September 13, 2015, was an American professional basketball player who played in both the American Basketball Association, ABA, and the National Basketball Association, NBA, from 1974 through 1995. A center, he was named the NBA Most Valuable Player, MVP, 3 times, was a 12-time NBA All-Star and an 8-time All-NBA team selection. Malone led the Philadelphia 76ers to an NBA championship in 1983, winning both the league and finals MVP. He was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility in 2001. Widely regarded as one of the greatest players in the sport's history, Malone is also seen as one of the most underrated NBA players. Malone began his professional career out of high school after he was selected in the 3rd round of the 1974 ABA draft by the Utah Stars. He was named an ABA All-Star as a rookie and played 2 seasons in the league until it merged with the NBA in 1976. He landed in the NBA with the Buffalo Braves, who traded him after 2 games to the Houston Rockets. Malone became a 5-time All-Star in 6 seasons with the Rockets. After leading the NBA in rebounding in 1979, he was named league MVP for the first time. He led the Rockets to the NBA Finals in 1981 and won his 2nd MVP award in 1982. Traded to Philadelphia the following season, he repeated as MVP and led the 76ers to the 1983 championship. In his first of 2 stints with Philadelphia, he was an All-Star in each of his 4 seasons. Following another trade, Malone was an All-Star in his only 2 seasons with the then Washington Bullets, today's Wizards. He signed as a free agent with the Atlanta Hawks, earning his 12th straight and final NBA All-Star selection in his first season. In his later years, he played with the Milwaukee Bucks before returning to the 76ers and completing his career with the San Antonio Spurs. Malone was a tireless and physical player who led the NBA in rebounding 6 times, including a then-record 5 straight seasons, 1981 to 1985. Nicknamed the chairman of the boards for his rebounding prowess, he finished his career as the all-time leader in offensive rebounds after leading both the ABA and NBA in the category a combined 9 times. Combining his ABA and NBA statistics, Malone ranks 9th all-time in career points, 29,580, and 3rd in total rebounds, 17,834. He was named to the ABA All-Time Team along with the NBA's 50th and 75th anniversary teams. Malone stood 6 feet 10 inches, 2.08 meters, and weighed 260 pounds, 120 kilograms. About Moses Malone's personal life. Malone and his wife, Alfreda Gill, had 2 sons, Moses Eugene Jr. and Michael Malone. Alfreda sued for divorce in September 1991 on the grounds of irreconcilable differences, cruelty, and adultery. She got a restraining order in June 1992, ordering Malone to refrain from contact with her during the course of the lawsuit. At that time, Malone denied allegations that he abused his wife or threatened to kill her. The divorce was granted in October 1992. In January 1993, Malone was arrested driving in Galveston, Texas, across Galveston Bay from his former wife's home for having violated a peace bond Alfreda had obtained. Her affidavit for its issuance alleged that Malone had stalked her, illegally entered her home in League City, Texas, damaged her property and threatened to kill her. Malone posted bail and was released. Malone dated Leah Nash, whom he had met in 2006, though they did not marry nor live together. They had a son, Micah Francois Malone, who was 6 years old at the time of Malone's death. Malone died in his sleep from heart disease at the age of 60 on the morning of September 13, 2015, at a hotel in Norfolk, Virginia. He had been scheduled to play in a charity golf tournament that day and was found unresponsive in his room when he did not appear for breakfast or answer his phone. Malone had previously complained of an irregular heartbeat and was reported to have been wearing a heart monitor when he died. Moses Malone was not only dominant on the court, but also made significant contributions off the court. His philanthropic efforts exemplify his generosity and commitment to making a positive impact. Malone established the Moses Malone Foundation, which aimed to provide education and support to underprivileged youth. Through this foundation, he sought to empower young people by giving them access to educational resources and opportunities. Beyond his playing career, Malone served as an international basketball ambassador. His influence extended beyond borders, promoting the sport and fostering goodwill across different communities. Moses Malone's legacy goes beyond his impressive basketball achievements. His dedication to philanthropy and community upliftment continues to inspire others to make a difference. About Moses Malone's professional career. The ABA-NBA merger occurred after the 1975-76 season, but the Spirits of St. Louis were not among the ABA teams chosen to join the NBA. Malone had already been selected by the NBA's New Orleans Jazz in a December 1975 pre-merger draft for ABA players of undergraduate age. However, the NBA let them place Malone into the 1976 ABA dispersal draft pool in exchange for the return of their first-round draft pick in 1977, which they used to trade for Gail Goodrich. In the 1976 dispersal draft, held for the remaining ABA players, Malone was selected by the Portland Trail Blazers with the 5th overall pick. With the Houston Rockets, Malone played forward opposite Rudy Tomjanovich. He appeared in 82 games overall for both Buffalo and Houston and finished the season averaging 13.2 points per game, PPG, with 13.1 rebounds per game, ranking 3rd in. Malone set a then NBA record with 437 offensive rebounds in a season, going on to surpass the mark 2 years later. Malone also blocked 2.21 shots per game, the 7th most in the league. In the second game of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Washington Bullets, Malone recorded 15 offensive rebounds in the overtime win, setting an NBA playoff record. The Rockets reached the Eastern Conference Finals, where they lost 4-2 to the Philadelphia 76ers, his future team. Malone became a restricted free agent after the 1981-82 season. He signed an offer sheet of 6 years for $13.2 million with the Philadelphia 76ers on September 2, 1982. The 76ers were coming off a 4-2 loss in the finals to the Los Angeles Lakers, whose center, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, outplayed their big man duo of Darryl Dawkins and Caldwell Jones. The Rockets franchise was sold, and the new owners decided that Malone's $2 million annual salary did not fit their plans. Houston matched the offer and agreed to trade Malone to the 76ers for Jones and their first-round pick in the 1983 NBA draft on September 15th. With Julius Erving, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, and Bobby Jones, the Sixers ran away from the league en route to the NBA championship. Malone was named the league MVP for the second straight year, becoming the only NBA player ever to win the award in consecutive seasons with 2 different teams, a feat matched only by Barry Bonds, 1992 to 1993, in the 4 major American sports leagues. Shortly after the 1985-86 season, Philadelphia traded Malone, Terry Catledge, and 2 first-round draft picks to the Washington Bullets in exchange for Jeff Ruland and Clifford T. Robinson. Malone bounced back from an injury-shortened 1985-86 campaign, averaging 24.1 points with 11.3 rebounds. He was named to his 10th consecutive All-Star game and again was named to the All-NBA second team. Malone was the only player to finish in the top 10 in both PPG and RPG. He placed 9th in both categories. Before the 1988-89 season, Malone agreed to a 3-year deal to play with the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks, featuring Dominique Wilkins, had won at least 50 games in the prior 3 seasons and believed the free agent center was a missing piece to a potential championship team. During the season, Malone averaged 20.2 points with 11.8 rebounds, becoming the first and only player in professional history to average 20 points and 10 rebounds for 4 different teams. He was voted by a fan ballot to the 1989 NBA All-Star Game, which was his 12th straight and final appearance. Malone reached double figures in points in 75 of his 81 games and recorded double figures in rebounds 55 times. On February 4, 1989, he scored a season-high 37 points against the Phoenix Suns. The Hawks were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs by Milwaukee. In the series, Malone scored 21.0 PPG and had 12.0 RPG. The Philadelphia 76ers signed Malone as a free agent in August so that he could serve as a backup and mentor to 7'6", 2.29 m rookie Sean Bradley. Malone appeared in 55 games as a reserve for the 76ers, averaging 5.3 points with 4.1 rebounds. In 1994, Malone signed with the San Antonio Spurs, where he was used as a backup center to David Robinson. The 1994-95 NBA season was his last in the NBA, and at that time, he was the only remaining active former ABA player. During the final game of his NBA career, against the Charlotte Hornets, he hit a buzzer-beating 3-point shot from the opposing free throw line, 74 feet, 23 meters, away from the basket. He played 17 games for the Spurs. About Moses Malone House. The Moses Malone House holds significance in different contexts. In Houston, Texas, United States, there's a townhouse listed on Airbnb known as 111 the Moses Malone House. It's conveniently located in the heart of the Washington corridor and can accommodate up to 4 guests. The nightly rate is $149, and it offers free garage and a driveway parking spaces. The final home of NBA legend Moses Malone, 1955 to 2015, was in Sugar Land, Texas. Although I don't have specific details about the house itself, it remains a part of his legacy. There's another Malone house located in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It has an interesting history. After being nearly destroyed by a fire in 1976, the building was repaired by the council and reopened in June 1983. It was leased to the National Trust in the early 1970s. Whether it's a cozy townhouse in Houston, a basketball legend's former residence, or a historic building in Belfast, each Moses Malone house has its own story to tell. Moses Malone had an estimated net worth of around $5 million. Thanks so much for watching our video. Till next time.